Hey Kickstarters, I'm Ben and I'm your Sunday guy. Hopefully you can see that I finally got a new MacBook and it has a nicer camera and hopefully not that ringing noise in the background. So this week's topic is traveling. I have done a fair amount of traveling because I'm from Nova Scotia but I'm going to school in Ontario. So I'm always traveling back and forth. For the most part, I really haven't had any issues with it. I think that's probably because I look like a white heterosexual male. And also because when I had my passport redone in Ontario, the government official who's doing mine very mercifully put an M on my passport. So even things like going through customs, it's not a big issue. What I have had trouble with is on my Nova Scotia ID, it still does have that F on there, and I actually was questioned by somebody at the liquor store over that F being on there. Pre-testosterone, I did have some issues going through customs. Mostly, yeah, I was dressed in guy clothes, and I was with my mom. And this was my mom's first time ever being with me when somebody had so blatantly picked me out. And yeah, so this is like way back. I still had an F on my passport as well. And this guy was just a total jerk and just questioned me on everything possible. You know, he's just an ass. And my mom was really angry, and she may have made a comment to him, and yeah, I think that didn't help in terms of getting through customs quickly. But yeah, apart from that, I don't really have any travel stories. I guess just be polite, try not to get too worked up, because if you get worked up, then they're gonna think that maybe you aren't who you say you are. I mean, you don't really have any obligation to explain to them that you're trans, but you know, if they're really if they outwardly question your gender, then I would say you probably should. Because I have heard stories from friends who've beaten around the bush with that and then ended up being stuck with customs officers for hours. Yeah. I have been selected for body scanners. I did make a video about that on my personal channel. Basically, you know, they give you the option. You can either go through the full body scan or you can have a pat down. I opted for a pat down. At this time, I was still pre-top surgery, and I explained to them that I was trans and didn't want to go through the body scanner. I don't know why I explained that I was trans. I mean, it was one of those moments where you say something that you totally are not obligated to ever say, but you just, I don't know, feel like you have to or something. So I said that to them, and I don't know, they hooked me up with a male security guard, and he did the pat down, and I believe this was in Halifax, I think, in the Halifax airport, and he was awesome, actually. He used the back of his hands, he told me exactly what he was doing. It was actually really not invasive at all. I think I'll probably opt for that every time I'm selected for the full body scan. It's always really funny when I'm crossing the border from Canada to the United States, because going into the United States, they're super tense and like, oh my god, who are you and what are you doing in our country and how long are you going to be here for? And then when I'm going back into Canada, they just see like Canadian passport, they check that it's valid, and they're like, great, welcome back. Like, it's the extent of their security, I guess. I don't know, I kind of like it though. That's basically Canada, you know, laid back. Well, too laid back, actually. I think we should probably be a little angrier, a little less complacent, but you know, it's how it is. We're just happy to have people, I guess. But yeah, so I'm totally off topic now. Yeah, I'm completely running out of things to say. I'm sorry this video is so rambling, but I hope it's, I don't know, I hope it restores some people's faith in traveling. I don't know what it's like traveling within the United States. I have heard a lot more horror stories from there, but I can definitely say that within Canada it's not that bad. So anyway, I guess I will see you guys next week.